Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill. And this is that time of the year when the clan wars rewards will be soon to reach, right? And I made a decision to play with every single clan wars reward tank for the next 5 to 7 days. I will make a decision, do we want to play with M6 or 121B? And I will try to show how those vehicles are performing. Now, please, fellas, keep this in mind. This is not going to be budget performance. We are going to spam APCRs with this tank because, believe me, Clan Wars Reward players are playing this game not to shoot APs, and they are not afraid to be called gold noobs, if I can say so, right? So I will try to bring this vehicle to the full potential, what this vehicle is capable of, and I will try to show what you can do with this tank. So first things first, the tank itself is not epic. I think Progetto is actually better than this vehicle is. Now, Skill, please tell me why. Because gun handling of this tank can be a big pain in the butt. And I truly want to highlight this, fellas. The gun handling of this vehicle is not excellent. DPM obviously is very no bueno, and unfortunately you cannot change absolutely anything about this, right? The inner, I suppose to say, clip reload is very long, 4 seconds, so bursting your damage is very hard to do. Plus on top of that, this is for tank markers, this is for tanks who are marking the tank's Carro. It is one of the most disgusting tanks to get mark of excellence on, and this is very important thing to highlight, right? And I want to be very honest with you. This tank made many fluffy unicorns to cry in the corner and to complain about this vehicle, right? It truly was the case, and it was very disgusting experience, speaking from my side, fellas. I truly want to believe this, and I truly believe in this. We had the TVP dancer. Obviously I am not farming dancers for obvious reasons, right? I do not really think it is very fair. I believe that's fair to say I should not shoot the people who are raising their PPs and who came with peace, right? This is important thing to say, fellas. Now, when we have this out of the way, we have couple of the free shots there and there, that's completely fine, and eventually enemies will try to make a bit of pressure for us. If Leo 1 and Progetto will try to get involved, I believe it's fair to say we are going to make their life awesome, and we are going to clip the living crap out of them. Now, speaking about the gun of this tank, standard ammunition, 400 alpha damage, 248 millimeters of penetration, 960 shell velocity. Gold ammunition, which majority of the people will shoot, is 320 millimeters of penetration and 1200 meters shell velocity. Plus, on top of that, this tank has high explosive ammunition, 515 alpha damage, 60 millimeters of penetration and 760 shell velocity. And in fact, you shouldn't carry any of those rounds. It is just simply not really worth it, and you won't get any use whatsoever of this, right? So that's worth thing to say. So when we have this out of the way, let's see how we can play this game. Can we be very involved against the enemies? To be completely honest with you, not really. I would love to say, oh yes, we can make a lot of pressure and we can do a lot of damage, but this tank is not created for this. The gun handling, once again, is not the best of this vehicle, and in the same time the armor is not really working, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, so please keep this in mind. Obviously we will try to go for one or another blind shot here and there, but this is not going to be the easiest way for us to play this game. In fact, I think it is about the time to get a bit involved. This Leo went down, and this is exactly what we need. I know the trash burn is not spotted. I am very well aware of this, and I know this. Luckily for our team, Death Star managed to hit the Leopard in the face, base for a lot of damage, and that's very nice and always welcome. Meanwhile, what do we have? We have AMX who messed up, who made a humongous mistake, and now at this point we will try to punish enemies like there is no tomorrow, right? We are going deep into the tank. By saying that, I mean we fully unloaded, but it is completely fine. I am still feeling very great, and in fact at this point I think I can easily relocate. So, how we are going to approach the enemy forces now? I would say we are thinking how to get closer to this chieftain. I am very well aware of that. This Fava might sit somewhere here next to the red line, but it doesn't change the fact we kind of need to get involved if we want to get a bit more use. Meanwhile, chieftain more likely, Chieftain more likely spotted us, but luckily for us it was not the case, and hopefully we can reach him in time. If we are going to reach this chieftain in time, we should be able to burst him like there is no tomorrow, and hopefully we can do a lot of damage for this guy as well. Meanwhile, Kranwagen will take one for the team from the Death Star, so we should be able to clip the living crap out of him, right? That's what I am hoping for. That's okay. I am running for my life before it's too late, and we are just simply using our magazine and our clip here. That's fine. It's okay. Arta is hitting us, but it's not changing absolutely anything, right? I know about Progetto, who is sitting in the back. I am very well aware of that, and I need to be aware of that, and luckily we reacted properly to kill this Kranwagen before it's too late. So, at this point, we need to make a decision how to play this game a bit better, right? The DPM of this tank is quite horrible, like I said before, especially whenever you are in the situation like we are, right? Aka, whenever you are deep into the tank, but that's completely fine. It is okay, nothing what we could change about this. Enemy Arta have a very big crush on us, and he is enjoying beating the living crap of us, but once again, I would love to say we could do something about this, but we can't. Meanwhile, Grille missed his shot. That's good, so we are smacking him once. There is a chance we are going to shoot him once again. Beautiful, and we are just chilling here. We need to sit here because I am afraid of the enemy Arta for obvious reasons, right? That's good. I hope our Fava will be able to kill enemy Batchet in time. If not, actually it doesn't really change anything. We can kind of escape from here. Whew, this is a hard start for us, fellas. It is not easy game, but I think we are making this vehicle work, although equipment which we have on this tank is definitely not a standard equipment. We are running bond ventilation, bond stabilizer, so yeah, keep this in mind. It is not a budget way to play World of Tanks indeed, and we are spamming the full gold. How easy it is to play with this tank? Not easy. It is actually pretty damn hard, and it is very complicated to play with this tank, especially whenever enemies are smart and whenever enemies knows what they are doing. And believe me, in the higher tier, usually there is plenty of people who knows what they are doing, and you know, you will take one for the team. Anyways, would I recommend to take this vehicle from the Clan Wars? I would say no. I would say this would be one of the last tanks I would actually consider getting from the Clan Wars myself. The reason being is very simple. This tank has absolutely nothing to offer over Progetto 65. Aka Progetto 65 is just simply better vehicle. It doesn't really matter how you are going to look into this. And it's just better tank, right? And if you... okay. If you are... this Fava is doing a very great job. He's giving us information where Progetto is, and I was kind of paranoid if this guy will try to make pressure like this. But luckily for us, our guy gave us information, or he gave us kind of early information or late information, however you would call this, and we will try to make it work. We will make it work. Russia trying to go for a blind shot, hashtag never lucky. It is okay. Let's try to get here. After that, we will try to get a bit more involved, and hopefully we are going to finish this battle while eliminating enemies. If, fellas, you have OPA, Russia. If you have this vehicle yourself, please let me know in the comment section down below. Is this vehicle as bad as I am saying, or am I exaggerating and I am saying and I am making a bit different colors about this tank? Now, with this vehicle, you need to aim. You cannot willy-nilly shoot left, right, and center because you are not going to finish this. You are not going to win the games in this way, right? It's okay. We got slaughtered and then doesn't really matter. Still great score. Let's teleport to the end of this battle. And we are back, fellas, with a third class, with a 5.6 thousand damage, 300 assisting damage. A high caliber, Confederate medal, 1000 base experience, so top by experience, top by the damage, and we lost 50,000 credits, but that's completely fine. This is what you are going to get playing with this tank, not in really budget mode. It's just how it goes. Meanwhile, fellas, remember you can always check out the tank ratings by using the search function in the index page, or alternatively tech tree function, which we recently added. So as you can see, I rated Carro playable, and I rated Progetto 65 as a good tank because I honestly think Progetto is better than Carro. Is it worth that much attention speaking about the Carro? Definitely not, but my mission is to show that to you what this vehicle is capable of. Also, in the same time, fellas, I want to take a second to appreciate every single of you tuning in into the videos. Thank you very much for that. I hope you are having a great time. If you are enjoying what you are seeing here, remember to leave the big wet kiss for us, which is looking like a thumbs up. And in the same time, thank you very much for your support, Aka, clicking the join button in the YouTube, being patrons, and in the same time buying bananas for us in the index page. We appreciate you, fellas, and just because of you we can keep up with the stuff, fellas. So thank you very much for everything, and thanks. So what do we have? We have Lakeville, tier 10 game, 2 Artas. That's okay. And what we can do, we can try to be a bit more aggressive here, and this is exactly what we are doing, right? I would love to see enemies trying to be a bit trying to make a bit of pressure, not much, just a bit, right? And if they are going to do this, we should be able to punish them like there is no tomorrow. You never know, maybe some kind of leopard will try to go like this or something, right? And this is what I would love to see, and this is what I want to see overall. It is a bit too early to make a bit of pressure like our team is doing. We still do not know where majority of the enemy tanks are, and you do not want to fight one-on-one with this vehicle, especially whenever you are on the deep reload. So for now, we are just waiting and we are just enjoying ourselves for obvious reasons. Meanwhile, there is a chance enemy Vaza will try to run, and if enemy Vaza will try to run, we are going to smack him in the butt, right? This is exactly what we want to see. Meanwhile, Bobject is getting Tiny Touch involved here, as you can see that yourself. Okay, that's good. Now we have initial information where Bobject is playing, and is he playing in platoon? No, he is not. That's good. So what that basically means for us, we can try to make a bit of pressure just like so. There is a chance we will be able to punish this gentleman like this. Good, good, good. And now we are going to spot the Bobject playing here. That's okay. I do not mind to get spotted. I think that's fair to say, and I think I am feeling pretty Gucci. Meanwhile, can we eliminate Kranwagen? We are high rolling him, and Kranwagen is in the garage. Skill! Skill! Greetings. I did not notice our guy saying hi to us, so I owe a big wet kiss for them for obvious reasons, and now we are going to punish enemies whenever they are going to make one or another bad decision, right? That's what we are doing. Beautiful. Obviously, we are fully going to clip enemies out at this point because I do not really care about my DPM that much, and hopefully we are not going to take one for the team. Very nice. So, how we are going to get involved in this situation, fellas? I would say we are going to make pressure together with our team. Hop, 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 hop. What kind of pressure? What kind of pressure? We are not going to make pressure. We are going to join the dance contest. That's what we are going to do. Nice, enemy guy is dead. This is exactly what we are looking for. And at this point, I think we are going to make quite a bit of pressure in front. I want to get a bit of assisting damage as well for ourselves, right? And for our team as well. So let's try to cross like this. I know this might look like a bloody suicide overall, but believe me, it is not that horrible. Meanwhile, I'm trying to punish the Progetto. Luckily, we can punish this guy, and in the same time, we are getting a bit of assisting damage as well. Luckily, we managed to reload till the end. That's good, and he is down to one-shottable. In fact, he is already dead. Beautiful. Meanwhile, 121B is sitting somewhere here. Doesn't really matter. And you know what? I have a feeling we are going to knock this building down just for our team to get a bit better angle to shoot him for obvious reasons, right? Meanwhile, Leo is sitting here. That's all right. Can we punish this guy just like so? Unfortunately, angle is not very easy to deal with. But once again, we are feeling very, very well overall, speaking about this performance and speaking about the decisions which we are doing here. Believe me, it is not looking bad whatsoever. We know about Super Conqueror looking at us. Believe me, I am still feeling completely fine with that. And we know Leo is sniping from here as well. Can we punish Leo? I am trying to snapshot him, but unfortunately, hashtag never lucky. If he is going to peek once again, we should be able to smack him in the face. After that, we should be able to smack him in the face twice. That's good. And now all we need to do, we need to get a bit more involved here, and we should get approximately 5,000 damage once again. Once again, fellas, it is not easy tank to play with, and I remember how much I cursed when I was going for Mark of Excellence with this vehicle. It cost me a lot of brain cells and a lot of tears and a lot of bad emotions overall, so please keep this in mind. It is not so easy and it is not so simple. Plus those random bounces, we are so annoying. I was crying very, very much while playing with this tank just because of this gun handling, right? We have one more in the magazine, and I hope we are going to be able to penetrate mouse, and we did. Beautiful. Very nice. So what do we have? We have 5,000 damage, 1,500 assisting damage, and once again everything is going like hot knife through the butter. Luckily for us, we are making this vehicle work, and this is a great session. Is it easy to play with this tank? Well, I hope, fingers crossed, we are going to have some people who have a carrots for themselves, and I hope people will say it is not so simple to play with this vehicle, because it's just simply pain in the butt, right? So this is what we have. Hip hip hooray. We lost 20,000 credits, not a big surprise. And let's continue our journey. Let's go. Third game, fellas. We are playing in Murovanka standard battle. Let's see what we can do. I think how we are going to start everything, we should go into the middle. And hopefully from the middle we can spot enemy forces who are crossing through the middle of the field. Is there a chance enemies won't cross like this? Sure, there is always a chance, but in the same time we need to risk it for the biscuit if we want to get maximum use. Meanwhile, Manticore in the open field, 1 second reload, Manticore is dead, beautiful, and now we are playing and now we are having a great time, beautiful. Beautiful. This is exactly what we want to see. Super Conqueror is kind of making a mistake, unless he will make a decision to escape from here. Luckily for us, we managed to track him, going for another one just like so. And plus on top of that, we want to go for another shot, and oh boys, he is doomed. He is not enjoying himself. Yikes, poor Super Conqueror. Anyways, if you would pay attention here, we have a Bobject who is having a great time. Obviously, we are trying to do absolutely everything what we physically and possibly can in order to ruin his time, for obvious reasons. And what do we have? We have in the back Object 268 sniping and having a great time. Or is he having a great time? That's one for the team. Good, that's two for the team, and I am not going to get that deep into the tank. Actually, I will. Beautiful shot into the M60, and I simply decided to fully unload in a way, right? Am I feeling bad about this? To be fair with you, not really. I am feeling completely fine. What do we want to do at this point? At this point, we want to kind of come back like this, and hopefully by taking Bravo 1, Charlie 1 position, we will be able to eliminate enemy heavy tanks who might try to be a bit aggressive, and if they will, they are not going to enjoy themselves, I can promise you that. It might look easy gameplay with this tank, but once again, we caught a lot of enemies who were making silly goose mistakes. It is not so simple to play with this vehicle. I cannot highlight this enough, and I am trying to do that for you not to make a mistake and not to take this tank unless this tank is the last tank you are missing for your collection. There is so many more better tanks from the Clan Wars, and I believe on Friday or Saturday we are going to have a Chieftain in action, right? So you will see what Chieftain is all about, and I will say the same thing. Chieftain is not so easy to play as you might think it is. Okay, so what do we have? We have nice angle here. I am not complaining that much. I am aiming my shot. Luckily, we are hitting enemies. Good. And we are going to be the ones who will make a nice crossfire for the enemy forces here. This is looking completely fine for us, believe me. We are feeling very, very well, and all we need to do, we need to see enemies making a mistake. For example, this gentleman made a mistake, and he is already kind of messed up to the maximum, right? There is another guy who is sitting in the open field, and we are trying to get as much use as we physically and possibly can as well. Beautiful second shot, very complicated one, but we hit that, so that's pretty good. And in the same time, we want to get a bit involved here. Now we are going to make a left turn just like so. So hopefully we can get even more involved like this. As you can see, I am making a bit of pressure for the enemies, right? You can see that clearly. That's okay. I just got punished by Vaza. And as you can see, gun handling is definitely not doing any favors whatsoever for us. Can I cry about this? I can always cry, but I cannot change the situation and this gun handling by any means. Which is pity thing, but oh well, what can you do, right? Oh well, what can you do? Yep, this is this tank, fellas. Don't act surprised. I promised you that this vehicle gun handling is not so epic as many people might think it is. It is truly not so awesome, and in fact you need to be lucky in many ways in order to make this tank work. The third game was the weakest one. Unfortunately, I'm a bit sad about this, and by the looks of it, it definitely did not pay off. Speaking about the flanking enemies, but nothing to change there. Anyways, let's go to the scoreboard. And we are back. So we have the third class, 3,500 damage, 2,500 assisting damage. We are fourth by experience. We are third by the damage. Our Grille farm at 7,500. Good for Grille. We lost 28,000 credits. And in the end of the day, we are sitting with 4,800 damage and 1,400 assisting damage. So this brings our score to 6,300 combined. very, very nice session, but once again, keep this in mind, it's not budget gameplay. I maximized this vehicle pretty much to the maximum. Apart field modifications, there is still some things to get for me, and once again, it is not simple tank to play with. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this session, and I hope you had a very, very lovely time together with us, and see you very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.